Hi, my name is Rin Penrose from Idolien's first generation E-Sekai, and I have an important announcement. As of November 2024, I will be graduating from Idol Corp, and I will be instead operating as an independent VTuber. Sorry, I've always wanted a reason to do that. I love being overly dramatic, it's all I know how to do anymore. Anyway, I'm quitting my job, and here's why. Hi, I'm black text on a white background, and you're watching the Disney Channel. But for how long? Yes, in a few months, me and some other idol talents are going to be leaving the company and becoming fully independent VTubers. You might have already seen the announcement from Brave Group, but even if you have, I'm gonna read it to you because I feel like it. Dear fans, we want to start by thanking everyone for the warm welcome following our recent announcement about Idol's acquisition by Brave Group US. Your support and trust mean everything to us, and we promise to do our best to meet your expectations. We also want to express our gratitude for the Idol management team's willingness to work with us. Their cooperation is essential for a seamless transition and the success of our shared vision. As noted in the previous announcement, when integrating Idol into Brave Group US, we prioritize giving every talent the freedom to choose their future with us. It was important to us that no one felt forced into a decision amid such significant changes. We understand that transitions can be daunting, and working within a larger corporate structure isn't for everyone. Therefore, we are thrilled that Nikki Ray, Connie Confetti, Kaisai Kota, Momo Atako, Poco Rakun, Roka Rorin, Akugaki Koa, Lullabelle Lullaby, Ruby Runeheart, Taiga Toragami, Chikafuji Lisa, Enya Ignis, and Shabelle Tonya have chosen to stay and work with us on growing Idol together. We are sad to see them go, but we deeply respect the decision of Katarina Cutie, Fuyo Cloverfield, Juna Unagi, Rin Penrose, oh yeah, that's my one, and Maker05 to pursue their paths independently. We are committed to celebrating their journeys at Idol with a dedicated farewell stream in November. Under the terms of the signed agreements, instead of requiring any upfront payment for the IP, we will engage in a revenue sharing model for 1 year. This arrangement ensures they can continue to grow their careers on their own terms, regardless of the personal financial situations at the timing of departure. We are also excited to announce that we will immediately start working on 3D model debuts for the talents who choose to stay. Oh, that's nice! Regarding the debut of Idolien 3, we are committed to ensuring the highest quality debuts. To achieve this, we have decided to delay the debuts until October. Additionally, we will debut 4 talents following the departure of one of the upcoming talents. We are also aware of the concerns regarding the delivery of previously undelivered merchandise. We are taking steps to address these issues. We will attach a detailed shipping schedule for all pending orders in the replies. Should any delays occur or issues arise in producing the merchandise by the scheduled dates, we will provide refunds. Thank you for your patience and continued support. Warm regards, Idol. Now, if you know anything about how most VTuber agencies work, then that bit about IP is massive. Basically, Brave Group gave us a choice when they acquired Idol, which was either A, stay in Idol and work under Brave Group, or 2, leave the company, but keep all of our pre-existing branding, including our models, names, assets, channels, etc., and just become indies. As you can tell by the YouTube apology side at the beginning, I chose option 2. Usually though, when something like this happens, talents taking ownership of their IPs isn't even an option. The choice is either stay with the company or leave, but we keep your character. This is honestly done for valid reasons. For example, so the company can better legally defend the IP if needs be, and just to make the day-to-day running of the agency less of a pain in the ass. But the point I'm trying to make is, Brave absolutely did not need to give us this option, but they did it anyway, and I think that is worth some serious respect. In the future, I do hope to see more agencies kind of do this sort of thing. I also just want to point out how cool it is that while some of us are probably going to say stuff like, we're buying our IPs, just because that's an easier way to describe it, honestly, Brave didn't actually make us pay a single cent up front for any of this. Instead of them saying something like, the Rin Penrose intellectual property is worth $32.79. Pay up. What they're actually asking is that we just split some of our earnings with them anytime we do anything that generates any money using the IP, starting from when we graduate in November and ending a year after that. I think the press release makes a really good point about why this might be preferable to an upfront payment when it says, this arrangement ensures they can continue to grow their careers on their own terms, regardless of the personal financial situations at the timing of departure. If they just put a flat price tag on the IPs, then what would have happened if one of us couldn't afford what they were asking? Like, let's be real, if we take into account the value of the models, the associated assets, and the perceived value of the channels, you're automatically just asking for at least a 5-figure sum there. I personally think it's preferable that we have the revenue split, rather than one of us having to go into debt so we can keep our models. That being said, I am definitely going to just describe this as me buying my IP, because that is far less of a mouthful than me describing this to other people as, I'm going to be participating in a revenue sharing system with my former employer for the duration of 1 calendar year, starting on the effective date of our signed agreement, which itself becomes active upon my cool stuff. I think it is important I go into depth about why I'm deciding to leave the company now of all times, considering all of the everything going on right now. Because I know a lot of people are going to look at this and say, Brave acquiring Idol and Rin leaving Idol were announced at around the same time, therefore correlation does imply causation, and Rin is leaving Idol because of Brave. Or maybe the even more scandalous, Brave kicked Rin Penrose out because they don't want to deal with her, which, gotta admit, kind of sad that's not the case because that would have been extremely funny. I had actually handed in my graduation notice in June before I was even told about the acquisition. I'd been having problems with Idol for the better half of a year now, and I'd stayed because I love numbers, and throwing 700,000 subscribers into the trash wasn't something I was willing to do on a whim. You know, I've done good work on this channel. I have music stuff that I'm very proud of. I've done great streams that I've been really happy with. The algorithm eats up my shorts like popcorn. But it got to the point where even that stuff didn't really outweigh the issues that I've been having. For the record, when I say I've been having issues, I gotta clarify. I have not had a single issue with any of the other talents or any of the managers that are going to be moving to Brave and continuing to work with talents there. Mina is great. Lani is a legend. Lala likes Pikmin and therefore is my best friend. I've had numerous calls with a lot of Idol talents where we've discussed what's going on and we've been trying to work out what the next steps are going to be, and it has been really helpful hearing everyone's opinions on this. There's a member of EN3 who I think is literally the coolest person alive, and I feel really smug that I know her and you don't. The problems I've been having were problems with how Idol was handled in the past as a company before Brave stepped in. I'll still be working with Brave until my graduation, and genuinely I'm looking forward to it, even though it's not going to be for very long. Maybe if the acquisition had happened sooner, I'd be on board with staying, but as it stands, all the problems I experienced made me realize something, and that is that I just don't think I'm the best fit for a VTuber agency. Like, I tend to keep to myself a lot, so I'm terrible at reaching out to people. I tend to hang out more with managers than actual talents because I'm the kind of kid who hung out in the teacher's lounge during break time. My fan engagement skills are basically in the abyss. And yes, I will admit it is a factor. Interacting with the more adult side of the industry isn't great for my mental health. There are things that agency VTubers generally need to be able to deal with in some way, and I can tell you right now, basically everyone else in this company is miles ahead of me in that regard. And it is because I had that realization when I did, that I decided to ask to graduate, because I don't think I'm cut out for agency life. What I'm cut out for is being an indie with a personal manager. That's right, baby! In a few months, I'll be paying someone to fight me in the Tesco's parking lot. I'm really moving up in the world, huh? I know a lot of people were expecting me to stick with Brave because I've spoken really highly of Idol and VTuber agencies in the past, and let me be clear, I stick by those points. If you're a social person who can work well with others and you can embrace certain parts of the industry I find it very difficult to, then find yourself a good agency and you will be having a great time. Genuinely, if you're looking for somewhere to audition, then I would still recommend Idol when they open up auditions next, or even other Brave groups like FANMADE. But if you are like me, you know, someone who now has a large following, someone who isn't great with group projects, someone who wants to focus more on highly edited content someday, who's a loner, a hacker, a freak, sad, pathetic, unloved, then joining an agency still might be a good experience, but it might just not be where you're meant to be forever, and that's okay. All you can really be expected to do is what is best for yourself. And what was best for myself was getting into an agency, meeting a couple people who fundamentally changed my entire outlook on content creation, making a shit ton of connections, finally learning a way to record music in a non-Audacity program, and then leaving while you still have a positive outlook on the entire thing. Today's life lesson: get that bag of friendship. The friends were the bag we met along the what? Okay, that's enough about why I'm leaving. This is how it's actually going to happen. I'm not graduating immediately. I'm still here until November. As a VTuber, you can't just say to your company, hey, I'm graduating next week. Hope you don't mind. For the next few months, I'm still here. I'm still an Idol talent. And being an Idol talent, even one who is graduating, I still get access to the benefits of being an Idol talent. Not gonna guarantee anything until we've had a bit more time to cook, but I am fully intending on having a very interesting next few months. Speaking of interesting, did you know that for the next 3 and a bit months, I'm Brave Group US's most subscribed to talent? Oh no! Okay, hear me out for a sec. So far as I can tell, there is no one channel in the entirety of Brave Group, all branches, not just US, that has hit 1 million subscribers yet. There's one channel that's close, that being actual proper idol duo Hime Hina at 937,000 subscribers. But like, come on, I would have to be utterly delusional in order to think I can compete with that. And that's why I'm not competing with them. I'm competing with the concept of time itself. Okay, so here's the scheme. I just think it would be really fucking funny if, within the next 3 odd months, I just make a mad dash to 1 million subscribers, make Brave Group history, get my God play button, and then just die on the spot. Like, do I have confidence in this plan? No, I do not have trust in my ability to gain an extra 250,000 subscribers in the span of 4 months. But this is not about confidence. This is about number go up. And if playing Cookie Clicker has taught me anything, it's that I am sort of okay at making numbers go up. Yes, this may destroy me. Yes, I might have to make some more YouTube shorts, but it'll all be worth it when I manage to barely stumble over the finish line come November, gold play button in hand, before falling on my face and crumbling into a pile of dust and ash. Listen, all we gotta do is market it as the push to 1 million subscribers and we'll be set. The joke writes itself. And this was the part of the video where I decided that video editing is a scam, and I'm not gonna do it anymore because the video goes out in 4 hours, and I need to get ready for my family trip. You know, the law of YouTube retention says no one's gonna see this anyway, so it's fine. So, closing thoughts here. Firstly, things that I haven't covered. Let's go over those real quick. After I leave the company, during that funky wonky little 1-year period, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't plan to just stop existing immediately or whatever. I don't plan to stop existing full stop, you know. That's called dying. I don't plan to die, personally. Things are probably gonna be a little bit complicated by that point, but it's too far in the future. I don't know. Don't ask me. I wish I had the answers you're looking for. 'Cause I'm looking for him too. God damn, I'm 14 and this is deep. So yeah, after November, but Rin Penrose will still be on the planet, so you better watch out, you better watch out, you better watch out. Also, another thing that I forgot to put in the video earlier is that there's not gonna be like a collab ban between people who stay and people who go, and that is very important for me because Lala is my bestest friend in the whole world, specifically because she likes Pikmin. I think generally what I want to say at this point is just like shout out to everyone who has had to be dealing with this, because this is it's a big change, it's a stressful situation for everybody involved. You know, once again, on my hands and knees on the floor, crying, sobbing, weeping, wiping a single tear from my eye. Shout out to Lani for keeping me alive. Shout out to Lani for keeping everyone alive. Yeah, and also shout out to Brave staff, because goddamn, you looked at Idol Corp and you were like, I can fix them, and then you did? What the? I don't know how you managed that. Genuinely, I do not know how you've managed this. All of the Brave staff I've been talking to have been nothing but pleasant. All of them have been a pleasure to work with, and I'm gonna be in great hands until I leave. I do want to say, even though I'm leaving by choice, I am very thankful for my time with the company, because goddamn, like, in some ways I'm the same guy I was 2 years ago, and in some ways I'm definitely not that person anymore, oh dear, but like in a good way. Like I said it earlier, right, I came in, I made a bunch of connections, I talked to a lot of people who really changed my outlook on not even just VTubing, just like content creation on the internet in general. There's a lot of shit that I did not know how to do before, and now I know how to do it, and that is going to help me a lot going forward, goddamn. And also, you know, the numbers are nice. Thanks for that, Idol Corp. I think if there is one takeaway I want, you know, you as the viewer to get, it is that, like, it's not a sad thing. The only tears I shared are for Lani's sleep schedule. I know I clickbaited the fuck out of this, but you've got to understand, that's my personality. I'm not sorry because it will happen again. Oh god, at least I admit that I'm awful. You know, don't cry because it happened, smile because it's over. I mean, don't cry because it happened, smile because you cry. I mean, don't cry because it happened, cry because it's, oh, no, okay, no, I've got this. This is gonna be 50% like, well, I'm leaving the company amicably, I'm having a good time, everyone is smiling, and then 50% of this is just gonna be me milking this. I quit my job, I'm homeless, I'm broke, I'm destitute as shit. Please smash the like button. Please press the thumbs up. I think any more questions that I haven't really thought of that people are definitely gonna have, I'm gonna be doing a stream after this video goes out, and I'll probably answer them there because that's where people will ask them. Wow, that's how live stream work. Link in comments and description. Watch my other videos to boost my engagement! And I think just my last point here is, you know, support all the idol talents, whether they're staying or going. Honestly. It was nice being in the company with everyone while it lasted, and now that it is finished lasting, I'm like, okay, that was good. Made some friends, it sparkled in my heart, it did in fact spark joy, and whatever, you know, everyone who decided to stay decides to do, I will be looking with the eyes emoji. I will be going, ooh, I see. Go on, gamers, get your bag, get your 3D debuts, get your, other things that aren't coming to mind because why didn't I script this? Why did I not script this? Thank you for watching my video. Come back next time for another 10 hours of unedited DS and Wii game footage. Cool story, bro. Now let me tell you about my current plight. I'm stuck in the Tesco's. Lost track of my mom 6 minutes ago and counting. That's what I call a Tesco's. I can't go back home because I don't know how to drive. If you're hearing this, then help. I'm an inherently socially anxious person.